Later from the United States, Lewis Mavrovich, top of the bill tonight, but we're at York for the next couple of hours. The Barbican Centre is now full and noisy. European, Commonwealth and IBF Intercontinental Featherweight titles next, and a long-awaited meeting between Billy Hardy from Sunderland and the brilliant prospect Paul Ingle from Scarborough. John MacDonald will complete the introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans and Sky fans, it's the fight of the night, the main event. And making his way to the ring now, would you please welcome the challenger for the European Championship. He's the current IBF and Intercontinental Commonwealth Featherweight Champion from Scarborough, the Yorkshire Hunter, Paul Ingle.
Typical siren entrance there for the Yorkshire Hunter, clad in the usual camouflage, but he won't be able to hide in this ring against an experienced old foe, the defending champion Billy Hardy. But he certainly brings a tremendous supporting club with him. Unbeaten, 20 wins, 14 stopped, and one of the best action fighters in the game at the 9 stone. So we've got European, Commonwealth and the IBF Intercontinental Championships all rolled into one here, with 3 British officials in the event that we go in 12 rounds, and there's some fair odds against that, I would say. Had a great fight to win the championship and then the Lonsdale belt outright, starting with Colin McMillan. Then he relinquished the British Championship. One of the all-action fighters in the game at the moment is Paul Ingle. And there's the belt they're going to be fighting for again here. There's all kinds of things to be won in the fight game these days, and Paul Ingle's going to try and get everything.
And ladies and gentlemen, the European Featherweight Champion from Sunderland, the pride of the North East, Billy Hardy.
Well, Billy Hardy really will be looking forward to this fight. He'll love every second of this. He's become a somebody again there, hasn't he? He's walked on there as the European champion. Had a couple of cracks at the World Championship. A photo finish defeat only in his first crack against the good Texan Orlando Canizales, and then had to go to Canizales' backyard on the borders of Mexico to lose in the rematch. But he wants this badly, apparently, and certainly if confidence is anything, he could certainly match Ingle for that. 34 years old, still plenty of fight in him, and certainly got over now the European Union belt. That carries a lot of weight, by the way, in American ratings, the UBU, in front of the British or Commonwealth. He knows what defeat's like. He's lost to Nassim Hamed. But he'll try and shake that off, and that can be done. I know that Barry McGuigan doesn't always agree with that, but I've certainly seen a few in my time get over knockouts and come back and be just as good in the next fight. So let's have a look at the tail of the tape, see what we can find out there. Will it tell us anything now? Will it be a clue or not? Maybe the age comes into play here. Exactly the same weights, the 2 wizards of the 4 Oz. Well, the rounds box there by Hardy, it's amazing, isn't it? 364 against 121. well, may not be in his favour, but experience is everything in life, so it should be in the fight game as well. And the European rules, slightly different to some. There is a mandatory 8 count, no standing 8 count. I'm glad they've taken that out. No knockdown rule. Well, it more or less comes up to scratch now with all the world title rules as well. Now, I wonder how they're betting on this fight. The official odds. Probably... There they go now. 5-2 Hardy. 7-2 on. That's, well, 33-1. That could be about 50-1 for me. That's most unlikely with the British judges doing the scoring here. So this huge crowd now packed at the Barbican Centre to enjoy this championship fight. So it's all on Sky Box Office, of course.
Ladies
and over to John McDonnell.
This is the main event. The fight of the night from New York. Frank Maloney and Palace Promotions, in association with Gary Atkin and Keith Walker, proudly present the European, Commonwealth and IBF Intercontinental Featherweight Championship. Sponsored here by EA Sports, Knockout Kings and 99. And live here on Sky Box Office, joining us for the very best ringside seat in the business. All the officials have been appointed by the EBU, IBF, all in association with the British Boxing Board of Control here present with us at ringside. Our IBF supervisor is Bob Graham. Our European and Commonwealth supervisor is John Morris. At the bell from Halifax are Colin Roberts. Our 3 scoring judges here at ringside. From Kent, Richie Davis. From Leeds, Mickey Van. And from Kent, Roy Francis. And when the action begins, your referee in charge is star referee Paul Thomas from Derby. They were the officials. Here are the contestants. Firstly, and introducing to you, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the camouflage trunks and weighed in at 8 stone, 13 3/4 pounds. Undefeated as a professional, 20 contests, 20 wins, 14 by way of knockout. He's the current undefeated IBF Intercontinental and Commonwealth Featherweight Champion from Scarborough, where he is known as the Yorkshire Hunter, Paul Ingle. And the champion, he's fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the red and white trunks. He weighed in at 8 stone, 13 3/4 pounds. He brings a staggering 47 fight record. 37 wins, 17 by way of knockout, 8 defeats and 2 draws. He's the former 3-time world title challenger, former British and Commonwealth, and the current European featherweight champion, the pride of the Northeast, from Sunderland, Billy Hardy. Well, sports fans and Sky fans, stand by for 12 rounds of boxing for the European, Commonwealth and IBF Intercontinental Featherweight Championship.
Well, just in case you were down there by this incredibly excited crowd, there are 3 British judges, Richie Davis, Roy Francis, Mickey Van, and the referee who doesn't vote, Paul Thomas. So they're a little extra touch now in the game of gimmicks these days. Paul Ingle having his hair camouflaged. Well, he won't be able to hide himself too much from an old pro like Billy Hardy. 364 paid rounds, 5th defence of the championship that he won back in '95. You could say, Jim, one way or another, they're made for each other, these, aren't they?
Yeah, this is the battle been waiting for, Jet. If Billy Hardy produces some good form, we'll see what he has left. He could be the toughest opponent that little Ingle has ever faced. OK, Hardy's been in with better than Ingle, but it's all about stages of the career. So can Hardy fight at the pace that Ingle will set?
Well, a little breach of etiquette there, really. He was holding with the hand and hit with the right. And the referee's just telling him, watch that shoulder. Oh, well, if this is going to be an all-out battle, isn't it, with gloves on?
think the referee's going to have to be firm with this one. They both want a foothold in the first round. Both just a little bit rough with their heads, their elbows and everything else. See, there you are, rabbit punches now. Referee has to be firm. Well, I think I would have taken them to the side for that. That was a deliberate rabbit punch.
Well, they've certainly been teasing each other before the fight, I tell you now. Oh dear, pushed him off with his head there, as you say. Both of them, he's quite right, he's calling him now. You've got to behave yourself. Cut that stuff out right now. You watch your head, you watch your shoulder, is what he's saying. They should calm down a bit now, I'm sure of that, but I don't suppose the crowd want them to because it's exciting.
Well, this is like the psyching out. Some fighters do it before the first bell. These two have tried to do it after the first bell. They both want a foothold, a bit of control early to intimidate the other.
Shots coming in from Hardy.
See, I really feel at top level, Ingle has to do more thinking than punching. His last two performances, I've seen a lot more thought get into his boxing. But he'll need to pay this fella's base. See, there they go again. Elbows, shoulders, heads.
He's getting very severe, the referee there with Ingle. But he can officially deduct a point. And he'll show out to the judges if he does that. And that's worrying for Ingle. He's got to cut it out. Well, this is some start, Jim.
Well, certainly for pace, for quality, I wouldn't say too much, Reg, but certainly for pace, it's been a start. They're both eager to get on with the job, that's for sure. Rabbit punches again coming from Hardy's best punches have been
I'll tell you,
behind the head.
There's a bit of flouting at rules here. They've left the rule book at the front gate, I think. Oh, it's a perfect opening round. I'm glad they didn't go in after the bell there. Ingle getting shoved back to the corner there by Steve Pollard, boxer from Hull, saying, OK, now just calm down now. We don't want too much of this. So there you are. Well, just a two-punch difference in those thrown. But that was sub-opening round. It got a bit nasty. Just a little tiny nick on the right eye there of Ingle. I think it might have been a clash of heads. Let's see if we can find it there or not. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that was ridiculous. That didn't cause the cut.
Well, I think they both were taking liberties in the first round. The referee, Paul Thomas, is going to have to be strict because every rule was broken in that first round. OK, says Gordon Ibbotson, the trainer. He's been around with various trainers and managers and promoters in his career, Billy Hardy. He's just shown that maturity now after 47 fights. So the second round then. Now then, take time off. Lecture time. Right, he's warned them both, as I said in the opening round. If you do it, I'm going to take points, whatever flouting of rules. And that will upset them then, because to go around behind in a round that you might have thought you could win, well, that takes a bit of doing to catch up. Hardy trying to claim the centre of the ring here.
Boxing very sharp, Jim Hardy, actually.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of things you have to take into consideration this fight at the edge. Paul Ingle, everything's been rolling along nicely in his career. He's never had to dig deep to turn a fight around. He's had a couple of tough battles, but he's never had to turn a fight around. Hardy has done that several times. So if this is as tough and rough as we think it's going to be, we'll see what Ingle's got in the tank. See, Hardy using his own head here, just standing his ground, not being pushed back, forcing Ingle to circle rather than come forward. He'll
be on top of it the whole time, the referee. They'll probably settle down now, Jim. got rid of that little bit of nurtured dislike for each other or something.
I've been a great admirer of Paul Ingle, but I've always wondered how he would be against a solid puncher, because he commits himself so much to his attacks. Against a big puncher, you would have to have some concerns for him. So we'll see if Hardy can get some dig into these punches. That's what I would imagine that would be his plan.
Certainly hasn't got to go looking for Ingle, has he? He's always coming at him. Oh, right on the point of the jaw there. Exchange of right-handers.
See, if Ingle faces a man who just won't be pushed back, that's when he's going to find how tough this game is. But things have been going so well for him recently and really showing a lot of improvement in his boxing.
He only made hard work of one, Jim. You remember the Zambian. He made really hard work last March of that, but he won the fight.
Really,
right?
I mean, he won it how he liked. He just didn't look good. It wasn't really hard work in the sense that he struggled. He just didn't look good. It was a boring fight, and really it was the other fellow's fault. But there's a few things Ingle still has to prove. Maybe we'll see those tonight. Hardy's up for it, Reg. You just wonder how at 34 he's going to cope with the pace.
Good variety of punches, Hardy. Shoots in the odd uppercut. That's sort of a left hook turn to uppercut and the right hand punch there. But he'll keep nagging away. He's like a threshing machine, isn't he, Ingle? And of course his punches are all signalled by the crowd there. Well, he's won his last couple of fights now, Billy Hardy. He's got all the confidence back after that shock early defeat. Not necessarily a shock defeat, but an early one in 93 seconds against Nassim Hamed. Well, it's had 12 rounders all the time. He's had 11 times he's had 12 rounds. Let's have a look at Billy Hardy in replay now. It's some of the sharp punching coming in, I think, Jim, here.
Good quality punching from Hardy in the second round. He met Ingle in the centre of the ring and just refused to budge and really come back with some real good solid shots. See, these real good professional punches, well delivered and sticking with the attack, sustaining the attack, keeping the punches coming. Even when the counters are coming back, he kept pushing them out. Good round for Hardy.
Third round. See, the referee's encouraging him now, saying it's a good fight, keep it going. I don't know what game plans there are here, Jim, but certainly Hardy, as you say, standing his ground, delivering good punches. Meanwhile, Ingle's going to hope that his work rate is going to count now as it goes along.
Well, if Hardy allows Ingle to push him back, then he has little chance. Can't cope with the pace, can't match the pace, so he's got to come up with something else. And I think precise, solid punches from the centre of the ring are what he'll have in mind.
And that's what he's doing
Stand his ground, yep, stand his ground whenever he can. He'll want quality punches rather than try to compete with the quantity coming from Ingle.
Ingle soaks up the punches so well, Jim. He doesn't seem to give away anything that he's been staggered, does he?
Well, certainly not so far. Nothing that Hardy's done has troubled him, but it's early days.
Just commanding the centre of the ring, as you said, Jim. Look, Hardy.
Yeah, just refusing to be pushed back. See, Ingle is used to coming forward and the other fellow backs off. But Hardy standing his ground. So when Ingle gets into punching range, he has to adjust his thinking, because Hardy's staying where he is. And Ingle throwing single shots, which I don't think will trouble Hardy. He's got to work in volume, single shots. Hardy will be delighted.
A little bit of swing there with Hardy's right hand, but it got through.
And it was the knuckle part that landed,
Yeah,
right? Same again, same again. See, what's Paul Ingle going to do when what he's been so successful at doesn't work? Has he got something else? And I tell you, slight signs of running out of ideas already. Reggie's a little bit pedestrian here for Paps. I've always worried about Ingle against a solid puncher.
And he's always looked so confident all the time, Hardy, as if he's been in rehearsals in the gymnasium on what he's going to do as Ingle walks towards him. Good variety of punches.
Reg, Hardy has done it all. Look at the people he shared the ring with. Canizales, for heaven's sake, twice with Canizales, one of the best fighters in the decade. And Hardy has not been pressurised. He's been pestered maybe, but not pressurised.
Well, just gently there, isn't it, the way he's talking to him there. And well, there you go, the jabs landed, you see. But,
I think that's a nonsense, Reg.
I don't fancy that one, Jim. Not 13 against Scott. I think we've got a bit of a figure problem there.
No, I don't know where they get that.
See that little nick there they've got to work on in the corner. There's Steve Pollard and is that Nick Williamson up there again? I think it is, isn't it, Jim? The cut man, yes, from London.
Yeah, slight signs of damage at the beginning of the round, nothing serious.
They're showing him how to do it now, Steve Pollard, but trouble is when the bell goes, he goes out the ring. But at least he's done it in the ring as well. Shouldn't have any trouble with that, too.
Hardy up for work early as well, Reg. He's fancying this.
Fourth round then. It's a cracking featherweight contest. It's the wrong description featherweight because these boys are hitting quite solidly. The 9 stoners and 9-carat 9 stoners at that.
And Reg, if Hardy refuses to be backed up, then the pressure we expected from Ingle will not have any effect.
Walked in with a good hook there, though, didn't he, Ingle? You thought he was going to jab it, but he shot the left hook in.
Well, Ingle's having problems getting close, getting past the jab.
He's just got that touch of hesitancy by his standards, hasn't he, Ingle?
See, he's not on a roll. He's not on a roll. That was better. But he can't get on a roll. Hardy, his experience is not letting him find any rhythm.
Picking his punches very well, Hardy. I don't think I've seen him box better in this, Jim, the veteran stage of his career. So just falling short a bit, those leads of Ingle.
Yep. See, Hardy is not doing what he's supposed to be doing. Ingle would be, imagine, chasing him around the ring, pushing him back. Hardy standing his ground, making Ingle rethink.
I like the way that Hardy's putting his punches together with just a couple of sharp shots. So now the crowd are encouraging Ingle again. The moment he gets through with some punches, and that one, the back of the hall saw that one coming in. This is more like Ingle at his best.
But this is what he wants. He wants to get on a roll and keep pressing. Don't let Hardy regroup. There's blood now coming from Hardy's left eye.
Yeah, it's first time he's backed off him.
Yeah, but this is where Ingle feels at home. The other fellow backing off and him just boring forward. This is more like the fight Ingle expected it would be. Good work here from Ingle.
Good round by Ingle. I mean, he's really turned it around here. I don't think that was a punch. That was just a movement. He stumbled there. I think he needed to hear that bell. And Ingle's saying, how did you like that, as it were, with his body language straight in So there's some stats now, isn't it? More punches by Ingle there. So that's Paddy Byrne there, an old timer at the cut game. It's quite a nasty little cut there, but he'll apply the coagulants in there and try and patch that up now for Hardy. Had a bad round there. So let's have a look at some Ingle work in replay.
Yeah, well, Ingle was pleased at the end of that round, but it's the first reason he's had for joy, because he's been struggling so far. But he'll be happy with that round. His punches were getting through, and in the last minute he really dominated Hardy. Hardy will have to get himself back together again.
Now it's round 5, and is Ingle now going to carry on where he left off midway through the 4th? He chased the life out of Hardy. It's now cut around the eye there. That's a pity. That I hope that doesn't handicap him, because we've got a really good championship contest here with 3 championships at stake.
Billy Hardy, Reg, has come out with the wrong idea. He thinks he has to do something world-shattering. He doesn't. He just has to get himself back together. He's out and he's trying to outgun Ingle, and that's a mistake. He's been caught twice already with good shots. Nothing wonderful, just back to where he was, grabbing the centre of the ring and forcing Ingle to make some mistakes. But it looks like he wants to trade. That's a mistake.
Keeps going, Ingle, Jim. I mean, he wears his opponents down like a virus, really, doesn't he? Sheer accumulation of punches.
I mean, Hardy had produced a few looks of doubt in Ingle's mind in the first couple of rounds, just about boxing with the right tactics. But now Ingle really is on a roll.
He looks a stocky lad, Ingle, Jim, but he's got quite a bit of reach, hasn't he?
Hardy needs to land solid punches. That's what he needs.